Hey, what's up, Mad Lakers for Life? I'm here, Duncan here. I want to talk about my 5 trade targets that I would like to see the Lakers do before next season. This has nothing to do with free agency. If anything, this trade may entice free agents. One of the things that I want to really concentrate on with this trade is making sure that I keep the cap space. These 5 trades have nothing to do with Anthony Davis, and I tried to steer away from max contracts on top of that. So here's my 5 that I was looking at. The first trade option that I have is DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan from the Spurs. Now, DeRozan, he has history with Frank Vogel. He was a consistent scorer in the Vogel system. He's somebody that Vogel knows and can trust when the game's on the line. Now, when you talk about what are the Spurs going to want for him? Well, if you throw a Josh Hart, the 4th overall pick, and possibly a 2021 second-round pick, DeRozan's on board. And I believe he's only making like $18 million, which makes his contract accessible, and we can still add a star in free agency. DeRozan coming in would give us a starting roster of Lonzo Ball, DeMar DeRozan, or Brandon Ingram, possibly a free agent or so, LeBron, and so on. Or you could have DeRozan and Ingram and get a big center for free agency. Either way, DeRozan would add 20-plus points a game. He's a consistent defender. He would be a massive upgrade for our roster. And honestly, he'd be well worth the 4th-round pick and Josh Hart. Period. So that's one trade option that I think. And I think the Spurs would eat that trade up. They'd have a chance at Josh Hart, who, is an outstanding defender. He's a pretty good 3-and-D player. He's on a young rookie contract still, and he's yet to hit his max potential. He had a great rookie season, and he's got a lot of upside. The Spurs could love to see that. But also, having an ability to draft somebody like, somebody with that 4th overall pick that can make a difference immediately for that franchise. It'll lower their salary cap space. It gives them a lot of space. It gives them a lot of movement. And it adds youth and talent to that team. Something the Spurs could use. It also gives the Lakers a bona fide star other than LeBron James. So that's the first trade option. My second trade option is Kent Bazemore from Atlanta. Atlanta is a team that is looking to rebuild. They're going nowhere fast. They're acquiring trade assets, and the 4th overall pick would be an ideal trade asset for them. Picking up Kent Bazemore, who's a solid defender, another good scorer, somebody that can bring 19, 20 points a game. Adding him into the roster would be huge. Replacing Josh Hart with him would be perfect. Giving Atlanta the 4th overall pick and Josh Hart would more than be reasonable for Kent Bazemore. And again, that's a guy that would seriously add a lot of talent and a lot of skill to this Lakers squad. That's a solid acquisition, and he doesn't have a huge salary cap hit, so we could still sign free agents. The number 3 pick is a little bit more max. It's a little bit more expensive. It's Andre Drummond from Detroit. Drummond is a defender. He's a rebounder. He blocks shots, and he gets second chance opportunities. But he's also really good at the pick and roll, and he knows how to finish at the hoop. That could be ideal for a Lakers squad that's really missing a big man at the moment. Drummond could be huge for that Laker franchise. He could come in and he could be the next Chris Bosh with LeBron James. His defensive capabilities, his rebounding, even more so than Chris Bosh. And he can finish at the hoop. To me, that would be an ideal trade. But it's going to cost a little bit more. I honestly think it costs a 4th overall pick. Probably an additional future pick. And Josh Hart. But if you could get him into the mix, you're talking about a solid roster acquisition. You're talking about somebody that could seriously help the team later down the road. Don't mind my baby, she's talkative. The 4th option is Kevin Love. Kevin Love is a salary dump that Cleveland would love to dump that salary. Kevin Love has experience playing with LeBron James. He's an ideal fit with LeBron. He can score inside and out. He's great in the pick and roll. He's he's still a defender. He can still rebound. He can still play pretty well. He's probably later down farther on the list of guys that I'd like to see the Lakers get. But he's definitely an upgrade and definitely capable of scoring some points for us in the paint and making it would definitely make our roster a lot better. Now, the final option is Devin Booker from the Suns. Booker has made it point blank and simple that he wants out. The Suns are going nowhere fast. And honestly, I think we could pick him up for the 4th overall pick and maybe even Mo Wagner. And we get that Devin Booker. He's young. He's talented. He fits our youth movement really well. But he also adds star capability to our roster. That's what we need to talk about. There's 5 trade options right there that could benefit this team, this roster immediately. The 5 trade options that can not cost us a ton of money, allow us to still pick up a big free agent, and improve our roster. So please, I'd love to know what you guys think about it. What do you guys think about my channel? Thanks for subscribing, watching, and all that other good stuff. Let's go Lakers. And if you haven't already, subscribe for future shows. Hit that bell for notification. And, well, let's talk Lakers. Alright, have a great day, and peace. Go Lakers.